zero complete level. मौज में रहो, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. There are different types of people who are engaged in the pursuit of the reality, and they are Tarkika, the logicians, and they get lost in the surface level. Then there are second, Sankhya and the Yoga. They go beyond body and get lost in the Jiva, the soul. And the third is the Vedanta, wherein they declare that you are the divine, don't run here and there. And therefore, our approach to the reality differs in Vedanta as compared to other. In other places, they give too much importance to the Prakriti, controlling the Prakriti, owning the Prakriti, invoking the divine powers, applying those divine powers on others, and getting the siddhis and all that. This is not acceptable us. Similarly, those who are engaged in karma kanda, they can never be happy in life. Karma kandis are most miserable, and they make others equally miserable, because they are unable to come to any conclusion. So also is the logic. Therefore, one has to go out of all these things and come to our essential nature. Therefore, ekam vedanta vijnanam swanubhutya virajate. One is shruti, second is yukti, and third is anubhuti. Shruti, what is said by the scriptures. Yukti, how you have interacted intelligently so that the information is converted into conviction by proper interaction. So, conversion of the information through proper interaction into conviction, that is the yukti, the logic. And then the third is anubhuti. So we have to tally our conclusions based on the authority of the scriptures and based on our logical deductions, whether it is our experience or not. See? And this can happen only if we are ready to change. Our old obsessions about anything must be dropped. See? And it is for this purpose that retreats like this are suggested. Here we are no rich, no poor, no sophisticated, not rowdy, no common. This point also I told you number of times. Do not become someone extra, someone special. No. Then these words will have meaning in our life. But what happens? Because of our old habits, we consider ourselves to be someone separate. There is a good friend of mine, recently, a latest friend. She told Swamiji, my friend introduced me to you, I am hearing, and I want to come for retreat. She came. Not a baby, but grown-up lady. In her whole life, she has never laughed. Very successful, like a starch personality. Kadak. See? Relax. Because the anubhuti is not happening. When the knowledge is in the book, it is inert. When the knowledge is in our brain, it is arrogant. When the knowledge dissolves in our heart, it is love. And where there is love, there is no expectation. There is nothing to prove. See, a boy and a girl, they love each other. That is a verb. So they have to prove, I love you, I love you. Give in writing every now and then. See, but the mother doesn't have to prove that she loves her child. But the mother expects the child should love me. See, friends, these anomalies in our lifestyle keeps us away from the truth. Therefore, aham mametyayam bandhaha naham mameti muktata. And this together is called as bondage and liberation. If we are caught up in the strong I and possessiveness, and if we give it up, then we are out of the bondage and the liberation. Then what is the ultimate experience? Jnanamekam sada bhati sarvavasthasu nirmalam. Mandabhagya na jananti sarupam kevalam bruhat. Mandabhagya, dull-witted. They are intelligent, but in the wrong way. See? Like if you take the terrorist, their commitment cannot be challenged. Their commitment for the cause is supreme. If we can learn from the terrorists how much they are committed to their cause, we have made them as our guru. See, friends, commitment is necessary. Mandabhagya, the dull-witted, they are mistaking the rope for the snake. In Vivek Chudamani, Bhagwan Shankaracharya gives another shloka. There was one brahmachari and he has to go somewhere. So the teacher told, pack your bistar, your bag, and you have to go to that place. So those days no ziplock and all that. So he took one bed sheet, put his clothes and books and rolled them. Now he has to tie down with some rope. And there was one snake there. That snake and rope has gone so deep in his head. He said, no, there is nothing like a snake, it's only the rope. He took the snake and started tying down. The snake has to tell, come on, I am not a rope. There was one boy, lazy like me, and he was doing nothing. So the father got angry. Go to that Gurukul, study something. You are doing nothing. So he thought, anyway, here I have to stay. I stay there. He went there. After 15 days he came back. Why? What happened? They are all the time searching for the snake. They have never found. Snake and ropes. There is no other topic. When we are not able to draw the conclusion, we get lost. They are mandabhagya. See. Therefore, jnanamekam sada bhati sarvavasthasu nirmalam. In and through all the experiences of our life, there is but one truth, pulsating, without which no experience is ever possible. What is that Sarupam? Kevalam Bruhat. It is undivided, infinite being. That is our essential nature. There are two words. One is Swarupa and second is Swabhava. Swarupa is our essential nature and Swabhava is our acquired nature. See? Essentially we are divine, Swarupa. And acquired nature is all that we have gathered through our life. See? I am intelligent, I am beautiful, see? I am smart, I am very good, I help everybody. See? Acquired nature. And this acquired nature overpowers our divine nature, essential nature, to such an extent that we lose track of our own being. See? You can see, you talk to a person. The other day one person came to meet. And he had nothing, simply standing there like a pillar. See? You want to know what I go through? When they give me food, the food is kept in front of me and half a dozen Mahamayas are standing in Vivekananda posture. See? And then they are all watching. So you take the chapati. My chapati is taken. Then take it deep in the dal in search. No dal. And then you take that bite to your mouth, their mouth opens. And this is all they are looking at you constantly. We don't understand how uneasy we make others. Mandabhagya. Because their essential nature is covered by this wrong understanding of devotion, sacrifice, spirituality. See? Therefore, Mandabhagyana Jananti Swarupam Kevalam Bruhat. Come out of the wrong notions. We all have got tremendous habits, and these habits are to be changed. Nobody can do it for us. Now, in the 31st verse, Sankalpa Sakshinam Jnanam Sarvalokaika Jivanam Tadasmiti Chayo Veda Samukto Natra Samshaya. Sankalpa Sakshinam Jnanam. See? That which is knowing all the thoughts. That which is knowing all the thoughts and their absence. Thoughts expressed in a gross way in terms of words. Before I talk to you in Vaikhari Vani, these thoughts are in the Madhyama unmanifest words. So the mind, unmanifest Vaikhari, and then the Vaikhari. 3 stages we go through. So, Sankalpa Sakshinam Jnanam. And this knowledge which is illuminating every thought and Sarvalokaika Jivanam. It is not one separate per head. This is one point we have to very clearly understand and practice. Like for all the waves, water is common. In the same manner, for all of us, the space is common, the air is common, the fire is common, the water is common, the earth is common, the mind is common, the sense organs are common, problems are common, confusion is common, same thing. Because we are one. Here, one of the biggest steps that a seeker has to take, that there is no separation on account of the different bodies. Because the bodies are the same, made out of the same Panchamahabhutas. Therefore, Sankalpa Sakshinam Jnanam Sarvalokaika Jivanam Tad Asmi Iti Chayo Veda. He who thus come to discover, this is my essential nature, Samukta Natra Samshayaha, he is liberated indeed. Then such a person has nothing to prove anything to anybody. See? Our struggle is this. This event I told in some of my lectures. One lady, she was with me somewhere in UK or somewhere, and I had a very hectic journey. 8-9 hours flight, then 3-4 hours car, and thereafter satsang in a church, and after that dinner, and after that I was watching one documentary, BBC documentary. So this lady said, Swamiji, now you are tired, sleep. I said, look here, don't treat me like a baby. As long as I am okay. You are not in Narsimha Avatar. No, not like that. You must be tired. I said, I am not tired, don't worry, you manage your business. No, I want to be like you. How come you don't get tired? I said, you cannot be like me. Why? No beard. Longer the beard, confirm is the wisdom. Short beard, doubtful is the wisdom. Further? Fill in the gap. No beard, confirm is the boredom. No wisdom. Then she says, Swamiji, don't make joke of me. I said, there is no need. You are self-sufficient. Then I told her, what is your problem? Your problem is, you are trying to prove something to somebody. This is what we all do. We try to prove something. Holier than thou. When do you get up in the morning? We get up 7 o'clock. I get up at 3 o'clock. Who asked you? See? How simple it is. We try to prove something to somebody, but we don't know who cares for us. See, Maharaj. Therefore, here, Sankalpa Sakshanam Jnanam Sarvalokaika Jivam Tad Asmi Iti Cha Veda. He who comes to discover this, he is already liberated. He doesn't have to prove anything to somebody. There is no badge given here. Shrotriya Brahmanishta. When sannyasis and Mahatmas are given Padma Bhushan and Ratna, this Ratna, that Ratna, these are the cartoons of spirituality. See, friends. Bhagwan Shankaracharya, Bharat Ratna. No. Our Jesus, he got global Ratna. See, friends. Don't get carried away by these externalities. The truth is so subjective experience, it cannot be polluted by putting it to words. And whatever is spoken of is a bluff. When you talk about Paramatma, who is beyond the scope of the speech and the mind, therefore whatever you talk is a bluff. The world is an illusion. Whatever you talk about illusion is equally a bluff. Therefore, all the speakers are bluff masters, including me. See? Then what to do? Don't listen. Do you think we are listening? I can see from your eyes who is listening, who is understanding, who is not. Now don't close the eyes. I got a very powerful Wi-Fi connection. Tadasmiti cha yo veda samukto natra samchayaha. We don't have to prove anything to anybody. Pramata pramanam cha prameyam pramitistatam tasya bhasava bhaseta jnanam manam jnanaya tasya kim. All the four factors of the knowledge are illuminated by the same truth. Pramata, the knower, Pramanam, the means of knowledge, Prameya, object of knowledge, and Pramiti, the knowledge of the object. All of them are indicated by the same reality. How the knowledge takes place? First, the mind goes and catches hold of the object. This is called as Vritti Vyapti. Vyapti means covering. Vritti means thought. So, any object is included in the mind. It is called as the Vritti Vyapti. Then thereafter, who knows that this is the object? The object doesn't know. The body never says I am body. Somebody else says I am body. So the mind first takes care of the object, Vritti Vyapti, and then the same mind, I know this is an object. This I know factor is called as Phala Vyapti. So here it is said, Vritti अर्थाकारा भवेद वृत्ति फलेनार्थ प्रकाशते अर्थ ज्ञानम विजानाति स एवार्थ परस्मृतः. So both the things, I know the object and I am the knower, both of them are indicated by the same reality. But when it comes to the self, be attentive, this is a very subtle topic. When it comes to self, knowledge happens but the knower is not born. See? To see this book, it is not self-illumined. So I require external light and my eyes. Then the book is known. Suppose I want to see the light. Will I require the book? I don't need the book. Why? The light is self-illumined. Now come to subjective thing. When we understand this principle, in case of the self-knowledge, mind takes the shape of the infinite and the shape of the infinite is zero. So the mind dissolves in consciousness. And therefore, no knower is born. This is what is mentioned here, that vritti vyapyatva me vastu phala vyapti katham bhavet. Therefore, this principle you remember. Knowledge without the knower, experience without the experiencer, action without the doer is Paramatma. And if you say, yes, I have understood, Satyanas. See? We have to be simply clear about this. And because there is nobody born, that I am realized, there is nobody will talk about it. Tulsidaji says, Jnana mana jahu ekahu nahi. Knowledge is that where no one is absent. This. All have got the same experience. वृत्ति व्याप्यत्वमेवासु फल व्याप्ति कथम भवेत् स्वप्रकाश स्वरूपत्वात्. I am and I know myself. Do I have to go and ask somebody, excuse me, am I there? No, not only you are there, you are a fool also. No. We do not require a certificate to accept that I am alive unless you have to take the pension from the post office. See. Therefore, Swaprakasha Swarupatvan Siddhatvacha Chidatmanaha. Therefore, our conscious being is already well established. But this established conscious being is covered by this Swabhava. So many layers we have. And the biggest and difficult layer is this dirty thing called as I. See? iPhone, iPad, poor husband, I paid. How much then I? I use always Samsung phone. This is my latest iPhone. So one of my very good friend, he said, how come Swamiji you are not having iPhone? I said, because I am not egoistic. Then I said, my phone is Shamasang. It is not Samsung. The head of this Samsung company is a Gujarati. Gujaratis cannot say sure. The Shamasang has become Samsung. See, there is a friend of mine, I don't know where is he now, and his name is Thakkar. So he came to my place, and when my lecture goes on, there was somebody on the top floor above my thing, and constantly tuck going on. Yes, Swamiji, what is that? I say, Mr. Thakkar stays there. Tuck. And it so happened, they are really Thakkar. See, I can't understand in the morning what somebody can be doing tuck. That becomes my contemplation. Now, वो क्या ठोक रहे होंगे सुबह? ठक कर. Swaprakasha Rupatva Siddhatvacha Chidatmanaha. We don't require authentication by anybody. You find out yourself whether your stomach is full or not. No, I don't know. Will you please tell me? No. You have to find out yourself. If you have to ask a question to somebody, you are going the wrong way. Arthadarte yatha vritti gantum chalitanantare anadhara nirvikara sadasha sonmani smrita. Verse number 35. See? Be attentive. Arthat arthe yatha vritti gantum chalati na antare. Understand this way. This is one object, book. When my mind is focused on the book, a book thought is formed in the mind. Then from here, mind goes to the next object, the mic. So then the same mind has made this shape of the mind, and then this object is known. In between, there is no object. Therefore here, the mind is thought free. Object number 1, thought number 1. Object number 2, thought number 2. In between, no object, no thought. It is on this basis we told you. Sri Ram, Sri Ram, Sri Ram. First Sri Ram followed by silence. Second Sri Ram followed by silence. So first thought was having the content Sri Ram. In between two thoughts, only mind, without content. J. Krishnamurti. Objectless awareness. No object. Therefore we told, listen to silence. Listening to silence means not getting influenced by the presence or absence of sounds. Nothing will disturb us. And that is our natural state. Whether there are 100 people sitting in front or nobody is there, it makes no difference to the vision. Whether there are many sounds or no sound, it makes no difference to the mind. See? Arthadarthe yatha vritti gantum chalati chantare anadhara nirvikara. Then in between these two thoughts, what is the condition? Anadhara. There is no adhar, there is no support. Without an object, a thought cannot be formed. In the womb of the mind is the fetus of an object. That garbhita vritti is thought. Like the foot and a foreign body has gone, then the foot has swollen. In the same manner, mind normal, foreign body in the form of importance, value, anger, etc. has gone in the mind. Immediately the mind is swollen, and that is the thought. But when there are no contents in between, therefore anadhara. Aadhar card banane? No Aadhar card. Anadhara. And therefore nirvikara. No vikar. Vikar are possible if there are akar. When there is no akar, no vikar possible. See? Anadhara, nirvikara, sadasha, unmani smruta. This is called unmani avastha. Now be attentive. We are living in a samani avastha, living at the level of the mind. Kama, krodha, lobha, I want, I don't want, happy, miserable, doubtful. This samana avastha. Then unmani avastha, going beyond the mind. Un means above. What is going above the mind? When experience is, but experiencer is not born. This experience is not through mind. All the great Mahatmas live in this 24/7. Because they have discovered absolute reality expresses as life or chetana. Chetana expresses as mind. Mind expresses as the words. Words creates thoughts. So these are all the modifications of the same absolute. So when you thus drop all these things, you come back to your essential nature. And it is so easy, it is so natural. Unmani avastha. Therefore, be attentive. Let the eyes be open. So seeing is happening. But don't see anything. Let the ears be open. Hearing is happening. But don't hear anything. This is what we told. Listen to silence. World is name and form. Nama Rupatmak Jagat. The world, objective world is Rupa, the forms. And the subjective world is the names. See? Objective world, a lady, this particular shape, 42, 42, 42 shape, like a drum, and name is in the mind of the seer, Tun Tun. So these two things together, shape outside and name inside. If we have to go beyond the world, what we will do? First start with the names. Listen to silence. Meaning, presence or absence of words makes no difference. Then, second step, in your own room, sit in absolute pitch darkness, wherein you cannot see your own fingers, so dark. And then keep your eyes open and see. What will be that experience? Eyes are open, therefore seeing is happening. But there is nothing to see. Therefore, seer is not born. Seeing without a seer. Hearing without a hearer. Experience without an experiencer. This is Unmani Avastha. We are risen above the mind. And when we rise above the mind, then Manapamanayoho Tulyam Mitrari Pakshasu. See? Then there is no honor, dishonor. There is no gain or loss. This state is indicated in Bhagavad Gita. Jitatmanaha prashantasya paramatma samahitaha shitoshna sukha dukkheshu tatha manapa manayoho. Shita ushna sukha dukkheshu. When joy, sorrows come, but a joyful or sorrowful personality is not born. And honor or dishonor. No insult is felt or no honor is felt. Equanimity is maintained. Prashanti. See, manapa manayoho prashantasya. When these two things happen, world comes and dashes us, we don't become miserable or happy. People give us respect, disrespect, we don't get elated or degraded by that. That is Paramatma Samahitaha. You are in line, in tune with the divine. This is going beyond the mind. And once we have gone beyond the mind, thereafter play through the mind. Now we are playing by the mind. We have to play through the mind. Playing by the mind is default settings. Playing through the mind is we determine, not the mind. In this manner, Artha Anadhara Nirvikara Sadachar Sa Unmani Smruta. Now, how this comes? This verse is very beautiful. I like this verse very much. 36th verse. If you have got a book, you can read after me. Chittam chicca vijaniyat takara rahitam yada takaro vishayadhyasaha japaragau yathamanau. Now see how the word chitta is written. You can see there in Sanskrit. Chi, rasva matra, and half the and full the. Chitta. और पंजाबी ज्ञानी पीपल जैसे मेरा सत्य चित्त आनंद रूप, वो सत्य चित्त नहीं होता, सच्चित होता है. तो चित्त इज चित्त, मीनिंग माइंड इज कॉन्शियसनेस. चित्तम चित्त विजानीयात. वेन तकार रहितम यदा, वेन यू रिमूव द कंप्लीट त फ्रॉम द स्पेलिंग, CHITTA, चित्त. नाउ रिमूव द TA, it becomes chit. So chittam chicca vijaniyat. When takara rahitam, remove the ta. What is that ta? Takaro vishayadhyasaha. Takara is an illusion of objectivity. See? Vishayadhyasa. Example is given, japa ragau yatha manau. Now see, if you take any transparent container with the water, now this water has no color, it is transparent. Now when the same glass with the same water is held against my colorful shirt, it appears as if the water is colored and the glass is colored. It is not. Exactly the same way. Japa ragau yatha manau. It appears but doesn't exist. Meaning what? Objectivity appears but doesn't exist. See? When the objectivity appears when we are under the influence of the mind and its perception. In deep sleep we are there. There is no objectivity. But we are still there. Therefore, who are we? We are objectless awareness. Then where from the objectivity has come? When the consciousness degrades, as if degraded consciousness is called as the mind. And both of them are knowledge. Consciousness is knowledge, mind is knowledge. Consciousness is knowledge without objectivity, mind is knowledge with objectivity. Therefore, mind minus objectivity is consciousness, consciousness plus objectivity is mind. See? Man degraded is called as husband. Happy husband is called as man. This is easy to understand, but difficult to practice. See? Man and husband, they are not two, one only. In the same manner, consciousness and mind is one and the same. Chittam chicca vijaniyat. Therefore, one of the biggest obstacle to many sincere seekers, they keep on imagining, when I sat down, I saw light. Tremendous bright light came and it engulfed me completely. And it was such a great divine experience. But Swamiji, it came only once. Again and again I am trying, it is not coming. What could be the reason? Bulb fuse ho gaya. Change your bulb. Remember this thumb rule. Any experience which begins, continues and ends is a trick of the mind. Instead of seeing a cinema actress in the dream, it is better that you see Krishna. But even then it is only a dream, not true. See, friends. Therefore, the more we become clear about this, Unmani Avastha is that where we have dropped the objectivity and thus come to know our divine nature. Continuing further, 37th verse, Neya vastu parityagat ज्ञानं तिष्ठति केवलं त्रिपुटी क्षीणतामेति ब्रह्मनिर्वाणमृच्छति नेय वस्तु परित्यागात्. When the object is dropped, because in every knowledge what are the three components? Object of knowledge, knowledge of the object, and knower of the knowledge of the object, three of them. In that, when the object is dropped, neya vastu parityagat, then there is no knower, because the object is not there, but a jnanam is there, knowledge is there. Therefore, neya vastu parityagat, jnanam tishtati kevalam, pure consciousness alone remains, and triputi kshinataameti. Triputi means the three parts, knower, knowledge, and the known. So this knowledge is divided into known and knower at the level of the mind. But when we drop the known neya vastu, there is no knower, but the knowledge remains. See? Neya vastu parityagat jnanam tishtati kevalam triputi kshinataameti. Such people do not become emotional. They don't go on crying, Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. See? Don't do all that. Many places this is a funny thing. Of course, it is good for them. When they are talking about Bhagavad Katha, Ramayana Katha, unless the audience cries, the speaker doesn't feel fulfilled. And he gives a pile of tissue paper. And then, useless. Bhagwan Krishna also did that. Bhagwan Ram also did the same thing. Where is Sita? Kahan hai? Where is my Sita? And then Satiji got confused. If he is a Brahman, how is crying like a useless person, like a useless husband for the wife? See? Bhagwan Ram knew before they migrated from the Chitrakoot. Bhagwan Ram told Sita ji, hide the original form and take out the Xerox copy. So Sita ji has hidden her original form in the element fire. And what came out was only Xerox copy. Now that Xerox copy was going all along in the forest. And Ravana took the Xerox copy, not the original. And this is known by Bhagwan Rama and Sita ji. Lakshmana also didn't know. But what a great drama. Therefore, if you want to really lead spiritual life, Karnataka. Don't become too serious in life. See, what are you teaching us? What are we doing? Little bit here and there, if your shoes are gone, see, Maharaj. Therefore, all the problems of life can be solved in a lighter way. Things are always like that, they will continue to be like that. Don't get caught up in anything in this world. Therefore, Triputi Kshinataameti. Then this Triputi, no knowledge disappears. And Brahma Nirvana Mruchati, one attains merger in the absolute reality that we are. Continuing further, 38th verse. Mano matramidam sarvam chinmano jnana matrakam ajnana brahmamityahu vijnanam paramam padam idam sarvam mano matram. Whatever is recognized objectively is nothing but the play of mind. When the mind is enfolded below or pillow, in deep sleep, no mind, no world. Now this is everybody's experience, but we don't work on it. In sleep, where are we? When are we? What are we? Nothing. But we are still there. So where from all these things have come? Mano matram idam sarvam. This example I gave you about my toes operation. When your mind is not entering any part of your body and local anesthesia, they cut it, you can watch it, nothing happens to you. Because all experiences happen only in the mind. Therefore, the real spiritual practice is mind your mind. But we become mental. Instead of minding the mind, we become mental. And it's all our projections. See? One lady the other day, somewhere in Bombay, said, Swamiji, I always feel that you don't like me. I said, don't feel like that. I really don't like you. Ganga, Yamuna, Saraswati. Useless fellows. Live happily, yaar. What is there all the time? Okay? Seeking attention, seeking attention. Those who are seeking attention, they are very strong, strong ego. Those who get hurt every small little things, they are very strong personalities. Those who are snobbish, they are the height of it. Relax. We have to give up all the special status which we have superimposed on ourselves. Holier than thou. See? This I told sometime, this happened in New Zealand. I still remember that girl. Now she is grown up. We are going somewhere and she said, let's go to the sea. We are little on the hillock. See how beautiful it looks. I said, I will not come, you go. You go with your father, I will not come. I will watch from here. Swamiji, you come, see how beautiful it looks. I said, now I had to take a step. I said, look here, all that looks beautiful is not beautiful. What do you mean? I said, for example, you look beautiful. Next 3 days she did not talk to me. Because all the parents tell the children, Mary darling, she's so cute, she's so beautiful, or at the book, nothing. See? This I have experienced in one Telugu family. Many years before, must be 40 years before or more than that. My friend's wife was delivering and he was, Telugu people are very hot-headed. So he fought with that nurse and she said, if you step in, I'll call police. So he called me. Swamiji, please come and see, know what is happening. So I went at night 2 o'clock. Friendship. Then she told me, nurse, I'll allow you but not that man. I said, look, it's that baby. I have no interest. Why should I go there? If you want to see, he will not come, you come. My friend said, okay, Swamiji, you go at least, let me see what is happening. So I went and saw, and the baby was shown. Baby was like this. Garam baby. Black and sticky. And when I came out, he asked, Swamiji, how is the wife and baby? I said, wife is okay. Your baby is so cute. 100% lie. See? But for the mother, it is so sweet. Oh, my honey, my darling, sticky. Mano matramidam sarvam. It is only in our mind something is beautiful, something is ugly. See? When for the first time I was going to South Africa, now I am accustomed to. Anywhere you see the black people, everywhere. So I used to think, who will like whom? Everybody looks alike. See, friend. But they have also, this is beautiful, this is not beautiful. All our minds play. Mano matramidam sarvam, chin mano jnana matrakam. But pure consciousness is knowledge without the objectivity. Ajnanam brahmamityahuhu. See? Ajnanam, ignorance, is delusion. Delusion means what? Incomplete knowledge. If there is no knowledge, there cannot be delusion. See? When we step on a rope, not knowing it is a rope, So we have stepped and we have felt there is something. So knowledge is there. But what it is that we don't know. Then we project the snake. If you have not seen the rope at all, can you project the snake? Hey, I think there is a snake. Where? Somewhere. For projection, you require a substratum. Without a substratum, superimposition is not possible. Therefore, Ajnanam Brahmamityahu, Vijnanam Paramam Padam. Abiding in this knowledge is the ultimate that we all have to aim at. And therefore, what is Ajnanam? Ajnanam Chanyata Jnanam Maya Metam Vadantite Ishwaram Mainam Vidyat Maya Atitam Niranjanam. So Ajnanam Cha Anyatha Jnanam. Anyatha Jnanam means what is not seen, something else is seen. Actually it is the rope, but the snake is seen. Anyatha Jnanam Etam Te Maya Vadanti. They call, the wise people call, this is the Maya. So what is Maya? Information gathered through the valid means of knowledge, thereby giving us some kind of perception, that is the Maya. If the experience is without the intervention of any wrong means of knowledge, then the truth is revealed. Anyatha Ajnanam Anyatha Jnanam Maya Metam Vadantite Ishwaram Mainam Vidyat. And the one who is wielding this Maya, he is called as Ishvara Maya Titam Niranjanam. Paramatma is beyond the Maya. Now these four things understand. Paramatma, Brahma in Vedanta, Paramatma in Yoga, Bhagavan in Bhakti Shastra. Word 3 meaning is the same. Now this Paramatma has its own potentiality. That potentiality is called as Shakti in Shaiva, Radha in Vaishnava. In our normal language, fire and the burning ability. So fire is Brahman, burning ability is the Shakti. See? So Maya is the Shakti of Brahman, therefore he becomes Ishvara. Now the same Paramatma with the conditioning of the Panchakoshas become the Jiva. The same Paramatma with the conditioning of the names and the forms become the Jagat. So, Ajnanam Anyatha Jnanam Ishwaram Mainam Vidyat. And this Ishvara, Paramatma with his potentiality of the creation is called as the Ishvara and Maya Titam Niranjanam. But the one who is not influenced by this Maya is Paramatma. Like sugar cane never suffers from diabetes. See? The cobra never gets poisoned by the venom. That is his own potentiality. If this is to be practiced in our life, when we are able to control our faculties, we are invoking the Ishvara Tattva in us. When we are the victims of the weakness of our own faculties, we are fallen. See? Therefore we gave you mantra. Dekho, suno, mat bolo. Seeing and hearing is happening. But whether to react or not, that is your Aishwarya. See? Therefore, Maya Titam Niranjanam. The more we become contemplative and understand this, life becomes so beautiful, friends. Now these two verses, they are very poetic verses. Sadanande Chidakashe Maya Megastradin Manaha Ahanta Garjanam Tatra Dhara Sarohi Tamaha Mahamohanda Karesmin Deho Varshati Leelaya Asya Vrishte Viramaya Prabodhaika Samiranaha. Sadanande Chidakashe, in the conscious space of Satchidananda, in the Chidakasha, Maya Megaha. The Maya is the cloud. Tadin Manaha, and in that cloud there is a lightning. That lightning is the mind which comes suddenly. And Ahantam Garjanam Tatra. And after the lightning happens, then afterward the sound comes, a tremendous horrifying sound. Ahanta Garjanam Tatra. Then Dhara Sarohi Ettamaha. And then the darkness of rains begin. Then what to do? Mahamohanda Karesmin. And in this world of delusion, Devo Varshati Leelaya. the god is playing the game of hide and seek. Leelaya. All the problems can be dissolved by this one word. Either say Rama Leela or say Krishna Leela. In Leela everything is allowed and everything happens. See? My experience about Ram Leela I have told somewhere sometime, many years before. First time I have seen the Ram Leela in Mathura. Those days electrical bulbs were not there. That gas batti used to be there. Big open ground and the center, the stage, and people sitting in the darkness. So in between, when there was a break, I wanted to see actually what happens there. So I went from backside and watching from a distance. And I was so thrilled. Sitaji and Hanumanji came down the stage. Hanumanji took out the bidi. Sita, matches card. See? Hanumanji cigarette, Sita matches. And after some time, they had their own puffs and all that. Immediately, the ganti, ten. And then again I went from Mate. That day I realized what is the meaning of Rama Leela, Krishna Leela. Ours is Leela only going on, is it not? As if listening to change. See? So, Mahamohandakaresmin Devo Varshati Leelaya Asya Vrishtehe Viramaya. To get out of this wrong notion, Prabodha Eka Samirana, only wisdom is the only way. See, problems cannot be solved. Problems have to be dissolved. In the relative world, there is not a single problem which has got an absolute solution. In the absolute reality, there is not a single problem which demands attention. See, friends. Then what we have to do? Live your life in the relativity, but hold on to the absolute. See? How to do that? Wherever I am, whenever I am, whatever I am, be 100%. How simple, it can't be simpler than this. But our problem is this only, we like complicated things. Suppose, these Panditji and Puja, they tell, see, you have to stand in the Ganges water, at minimum it should be up to your chest. More is better up to throat, it is said in the scriptures, but chest is okay. Then lift your hand above. With Rudraksha mala. And there should be 1008 malas, beads in there. And then you should do the japa. Om Bhurbu Swaha Om 2400,000 times. Then that your Gayatri Purashcharan is over. I have no doubt you will do it. But if we tell you, Dekho suno mat bolo. We are complicated people, we don't like simple things. See? Ekadashi karo. Then we start planning. Ekadashi ke din kya khana hai? Arey? There are two communities in our country, Marwadis and Gujaratis. They are dedicated for eating. And Gujaratis say, सूरत नु जीवन एंड काशी में मरण, माने सूरत में जो खाना खाएगा वो मरेगा काशी में जाके. Eat. There is much more in life. सदानंदे चिदाकाशे माया मेघस्त्रणिमहन् अहंता गर्जनम तत्र धारा सारो हि यत्तमः महामोहांधकारेस्मिन् देवो वर्षति लीलया अस्या वृष्टे विरामाय प्रबोधैक समीरणः. Sort out with yourself, not with others. Find out who is disturbed, who is miserable. We'll come simply to perfect conclusion that somebody is miserable. And find out who is that body. That body is born when the infinite is associated with the finite. A body is born. Man is infinite, associated with the wife, finite. Suddenly he has fallen down from the manhood to the husbandhood. See? And who is miserable? This husband. This example I give, at least one day one husband may become wise who rose by mistake. One son was asking his father, Dad, and Dad was doing gardening and all that. This happened in USA, next neighbor. I saw that. Dad, I want to become intelligent husband. He looked at his son and continued working. What to reply? Once, twice. Finally he said, Dad, I don't want to hear from my wife dumb. She calls you dumb and I don't want to hear that word. I want to be an intelligent husband. And the husband said, my dear child, there is no species called as intelligent husband. Intelligent people never become husband. Intelligent husband. Don't get carried away by all these things. Whatever is your role, play beautifully. That is being intelligent. And when you play your role perfectly, you have no hang-ups of commission and omission. In old age, what really tortures a human being or a person is the wrong commissions and the right omissions in our life when they were due. And then, Jane kahan gaye wo din, I wish I should not have killed those people. Now the bhoot is coming. Now what should I do? Bhoot bangle mein jao. So, prabodhaika samiranaha. Therefore, friends, the spiritual practice is basically this. Satsanga, satsanga, satsanga. Other than this, there is no better way to grow spiritually. All other things are only secondary. The moment you correct your thinking process, instead of starting thinking from the objective origin, start from the subjective origin. Because of whom I am miserable is a wrong inquiry. Right inquiry is who is miserable. He will resolve the problems in no time. Jnanam drugdrushyayor bhanam vijnanam drushya shunyata ekameva dvayam brahma neha nanasti kinchana. Jnanam drugdrushyayoho bhanam. When we are aware of the seer and seen, that is called knowledge. Vijnanam drushya shunyata. The experience is absence of the objectivity. And ekameva dvayam brahma, because there is one absolute non-dual reality. That is the ultimate truth. Kshetra, now here there are 4 or 5 verses, there are various definitions are given. Kshetra kshetratnyayor jnanam tajnanam jnanam uchyate vijnanam chobhayorakyam kshetratnya paramatmanoho. So, the kshetra kshetratnya jnanam, that is from Bhagavad Gita, 13th chapter. That is called as the knowledge. And vijnanam, the vijnanam is identity between the individuality and the totality. It is the vijnanam, experience of the self. Paroksham shastrajam jnanam vijnanam chatmadarshanam atmano brahmana samyak upadidvayavarjitam. Whatever you are hearing, it is called as paroksha jnanam. Aparoksha jnanam is atmanaha darshanam. Now what you are hearing and when you experience, then it is the vijnanam. And atmano brahmana samyak upadidvayavarjitam. Therefore, all the conditionings are rejected. Unconditioned, nirvishesha experience is the truth. Tvamartho vishayajnanam vijnanam tatpadashrayam padayoraikya bodhastu jnana vijnana sannitam. In Tattvamasi Mahavakya, the meaning of the word Tat is the Vishayajnanam and Tat is the Paramatma, there is the Vijnanam. The identity between the Tat and Tvam is the Jnana Vijnanam. Atmanatma vivekastu jnana ahrumanishinaha ajnanam chanyata loke vijnanam tanmayam jagat. So atma anatma viveka, discrimination between the self and the not self is the knowledge, and wrong knowledge is the ignorance, and Vijnanam is to come to discover the absolute truth. In this manner, Anvaya Vitirikabhyam Sarvatraikam Prapashyati Tat Vrittijam Jnanam Vijnanam Jnanamatrakam. By the technique of Anvaya Vitirik, when we come to know, we are convinced. But now the experience is Vijnanam. Ajnana dhvamsakam jnanam vijnanam cho bhayatmakam jnana vijnana nishteyam tasad brahmani arpanam. Ajnana dhvamsakam jnanam, that which removes the wrong notions is the knowledge, and vijnanam is both transcend the knowledge and ignorance, and this has to be supported by the divine self. That is what we are. Now the three gunas are playing the game. Bhokta sattva guna shuddho bhoganam sadhanam rajaha bhogyam tamo gunam prahu atma chaisha prakashakaha. Bhokta, experiencer, is the sattva guna. Bhoganam sadhanam rajaha, instrument of experience is the rajoguna, and objects are the tamo guna. And all the three are eliminated by the one reality which is not influenced by any one of them. See? Now why I have gone through this so fast? For one thing for you to do. I told you the commentary on this is extremely exhaustive. What we have written here. If you take only this book sincerely, read each and every word. See? It was just a kind of a promo. But now if you go and study word by word, there was one lady probably in Nepal. She is still there. She was having some very acute probably cancer or something like that. That time this book was with her. She said, she came out of it, she phoned me, Swamiji, what has really kept me going was this book. She has shown me that. Every page she has read and red line, green line, all that, reflecting all that. Slowly she said, my fear has completely gone. And the doctor said, it is because of that you recovered fast. Therefore, prabodhaika samirana. Change your attitude. Change your approach to life. All other extrovertedness is not. Enjoy everything, but don't get entangled in anything. With the same intensity as we have been engaged in the world, with the same intensity get engaged in the study, reflection. Then you will never do meditation. You will start living in meditation. Therefore, what we have told you is hardly thousands of these contents of this book. Study, read. It will take time, and that is the only way. Now hereafter the four ashramas are told: Brahmachari, Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasi. Brahmadhyena Sanyuktaha Brahmacharya Ratah Sada Sarvam Brahmeti Yo Veda Brahmachari Sauchyate. Now who is the Brahmachari? Brahma Adhyena Sanyuktaha, the one who is engaged in the study of the scriptures, and Brahmacharya Sada, Brahmacharya Ratah Sada, and he is completely, fully engaged only in this. Enough of extrovertedness. Sarvam Brahmeti Yo Veda. And thus he comes to know that everything is Paramatma and nothing else. He is called as Brahmachari. Not the one with a, what you call that, dish antenna. No. Brahmachari Sauchyate. Then who is Grihastha? Grihasthaha Gunamadhyasthaha Shariram Gruhamuchyate Guna Kurvanti Karmani Naham Karteti Buddhiman. Grihastha is not only a married person. Grihastha Gunamadhyasthaha Shariram Gruhamuchyate. He who is living as body, getting entangled under the burden of body identification, and therefore he is all the time lost in Sattva Rajas Tamas. Such a person is called as the Grihastha. Therefore, all of us are Grihastha. Grihastha doesn't mean married person. Babajis have got lot of ashram. They are double Grihasthas. You people go and buy half kg lady's finger. Babajis go and buy half truckload of gent's finger. Do you know gent's finger? Gajar. Same grahastha, no difference. See, I won't name. One of my friend, he has invited me. I went there. So the watchman on the huge complex, he said, no, our Maharaj doesn't meet like this thing. Do you have appointment? I said, no. No, you can't meet. I said, all right, going. He saw me from there. Then he called him. So I went inside. Then he showed me his ashram. Swamiji, this room, this block is only for higher level of Mahatmas. If you come, you will stay in here. I am Mahatma. Bada. Then this is a lecture hall, and it is connected with the ground floor, and whatever is happening here, there is a big screen. So you can accommodate at a time 500 people. And here there is, this hall is dining cum lecture hall. And see, our chairs are designed for that. Now this is a dormitory for those who are not paying much. They get the water heated by the coal or wood. And this is special. Here you get instant water heaters. When a grahastha shows this thing, looks beautiful. No? Grahastha gudamadhyastha shariram grahamuchyate. See, Maharaj. Therefore, let us not blame only the married people. Anybody who is living as the body, for the body, on everybody is a grahastha. So, guna kurvanti karmani naham karteti buddhiman. But among the grahastha also there are intelligent grahastha. And who are they? Naham karteti. I am not the doer. Grahasthas have got this big thing, I have done so much for my children, but now they reject me. Don't bother about it. In this world, a rule is very simple. We are miserable for both. Miseries because of having and miseries because of not having. For example, those who have got lot of money, they are miserable. What to do? Swamiji, do you know this bungalow mansion so and so has created, and you know what is the market value? It's 50 crores. Now in that 50 crore huge mansion, who is going to stay? Mosquitoes, rats and watchmen. Those who have got this filthy money, do you think they have got time to come and stay there? Because they have a problem how to dispose of the money, invest somewhere. The problem of having money. Problem of not having money, same, that everybody knows. Problem of having children, problem of not having children. So problems are of two types. Problems of having, problems of not having. But this wise grahastha is the one. He is very buddhiman. He says, this is just a time pass. Therefore, if you are a grahastha and if you are happy, you are a wise man. Then comes the third stage, vanaprastha. Kimugrashya tapo bhishya yasya jnanamayam tapaham harshamarshya vidir muktaha vanaprasthasya uchyate. Vanaprastha is the third stage in our life, wherein we are preparing ourselves to go to forest. Vanaprasthanam. Vanaprastha, ready, preparing to go, like before the boarding of the flight. We are waiting there. That is the vanaprastha time. So, this wise man's vanaprastha is one, kimugrishya tapo bhishya. They don't torture themselves. Then, yasya jnanamayam tapaha. In tapasya, normally what is done, they will be standing on one leg, not eating this, not eating that, and then there will be those thorny beds, and on that you see all this tamasha in this Kumbh Melas. I am lying down. There was one very good cartoon on this. Two yogis, tapasvis, they were lying down on the specially thorn bed made. One of them got up. And he said, hey, why are you getting up? No, I am trying to think how to fix a mosquito net. There are too many mosquitoes here. You are lying on a thorn bed. And the mosquitoes are troubling you. See? That is not tapasya. Yasya jnanamayam tapaha. See? What is jnanamayam tapaha? Satyam Jnanam Anantam Brahma Yo Veda Nihitam Guhayam Parame Vyomanna Soshnute Sarvan Kamansa. He who is abiding in his divine nature, that is the real Vanaprastha. All other things are only externalities and suffering. For average people, Vanaprastha is don't be dependent on wife or husband. See? Don't be dependent. Discover your freedom. For every small little thing. Where is the brush? Dum 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 dum. Okay, I got it. I feel so surprised. How can people live like this thing? You can height is what? How to close the zip of that suitcase? That also good. Then comes the sannyasi. Now see the sannyasi story. Dehanyaso hi sannyasa naiva kashaya vasasa naham deho mahatmeti nishchayo jnana lakshanam. Sannyasi naiva kashaya vasasa. Not by the colorful clothes. See? We are tailor-made Babajis. My Puran, he makes me a Babaji. See? So, naiva kashaya vasasa. Then, dehanyaso hi sanyasaha. He who has given up body identification and thereafter living through the body, but no more living as the body. He is a sannyasi. Not only change the clothes and you become a sannyasi. No. See? Many times it happens, Haridwar, Rishikesh, you go there the ladies will be putting on a huge size, God's creation, and they will be wrapped in a very big sari, the same red color, ochre color, and from a distance you feel some Mahatmas are going to Namaskar, and see that मुंह में पान काट हुए अरे राम राम. From a distance it looks as if she is a sannyasi. See? Therefore, naham deho mahatmeti. I am not the body but the divine self. Nishchayo jnana lakshanam. He who is thus, although living through the body, but living as the truth. That is the meaning of sannyasi. And in this manner, the Sadachar book is extremely wonderful. Again and again, I am requesting you, study. I guarantee you, your whole attitude towards life will change. Unless you are ready to change, even God cannot help you. See? Don't get lost in this world. This world has always been like this thing. Don't isolate also yourself from the world, holier than thou. No. Give up all the spatial status and make ourselves separately. No. Merge. Let us not be the solid ice cube. Let us be like the water, comfortable in every pot. The more we practice this, we have understood the meaning of this Sadachar. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om. Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.